Good morning, Operator Harrison. All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. How was your rest?
Morning, buddy. Not bad. Bed's getting comfier every day.
An optimized rest cycle is beneficial for daily efficiency. Shall we review today's priorities?
Let's do it. What's first on the list?
I have narrowed down the optimal positions for the communication relay towers. However, the data remains incomplete. There are signal gaps that may be resolved by accessing records at the regional headquarters. It is likely the HQ contains broadcast logs and infrastructure layouts that could prove valuable.
So we're heading into the HQ today. Sounds like a plan. What's the prep?
Correct. To ensure stable communication, install an antenna on the new rover. This will extend our comms range significantly, though there is still a high probability that we will lose contact in the upper mountain regions.
Figured as much. What else?
Ensure the rover is equipped with sufficient ammunition for turret support. Additionally, I recommend you bring a personal firearm with ample ammo for self-defense.
Noted. Can't have a good adventure without some firepower.
Given the recent anomalies and wreckage encountered, it is prudent to prepare for any eventuality. My scans indicate the possibility of hostiles near the HQ.
Got it. Install the antenna, load up the rover with ammo, and grab my gear. Anything else before I head out?
Gather additional ice from the power plant to ensure you have a sufficient hydrogen reserve. Once complete, proceed to the GPS marker for the climb to the HQ.
Sounds like we got a busy day ahead. Thanks, buddy. Let's get this show on the road.
I will remain on standby for as long as the signal allows. Be safe, Operator Harrison.
Always, partner. Let's get to it. Alright, sun's coming up, so we need to get this thing all loaded up and get ready to move on for today. So I'm going to put a antenna up here on the front of the cab. I think that's the best place to put it. I don't want to stick anything up too high where we have to worry about our turret shooting it off or getting in the way. So I think right here in this area would be a good spot for it. So let me get all the materials I need for it, and then we'll go ahead and install it. Alright, so I think I'm going to put an angle block like this right here. And then we'll put in our antenna right here. I want to use the new antenna. That. I think the angle block will make it look better with it sitting up there. So let me weld all this together. And then we'll start getting our ammo and our actual personal weapons all set up. So I have some ammo here on the base, but I also have some here on the pod. So I might as well just take it out of here. I don't see the pod needing it anytime soon. So I only got one crate in the base. We have 17 here, so we'll go ahead and just take 10 of this. I think that should be more than enough. And then we'll need our weapons, which I also have in the pod here. They're up here in my weapons rack. So we have us a revolver and an automatic rifle. Now that we got all of this, might want to grab some med kits and some power kits just in case also. So we got 10 med kits right here. 10 power kits. Never know when we might need something like that. So let's go ahead and put the ammo in here. And we'll put the med kits and power kits up here in the cockpit for us. And then we'll head down there and start getting us some ice. Alright, so we got all that done. So let's go ahead and head on down and get us some ice from the power plant. Now we still need a name for this rover, so if you have any suggestions, go ahead and put them down in the comments below. I'll choose the best one or the best fitting one that I can find. If there are quite a few of them, or there's more popular ones, we'll put it up to a poll and then you guys can decide it from there. And if you have not seen the build of this rover, it was in the last episode, you can check it out. I'll put a link of all the episodes in the description and probably a tag up at the top too. But let's go ahead and get in here and get us some ice. I also need to put the weapons on our toolbar down here. Just gonna grab some out of the cargo container here, as much as I can carry. I think that should be more than enough. So we're gonna come up here to our first checkpoint, which is gonna be down here in the orange. Alright, looks like it's right up here on top of this little bit of hill. We should be able to drive up this just fine. Buddy, I've reached the first checkpoint, and you're not gonna believe this. Looks like there's an actual road leading up the mountain. Sand and stone carved right into the hillside.
Understood, Operator Harrison. A defined road suggests prior use, potentially by outpost personnel or transport units. Proceed with caution. It's possible this path has been monitored or even trapped.
You're full of good news today, huh? Don't worry, I'll keep my eye out.
If the road leads directly to the HQ, this could indicate a primary transport route. Be aware of potential ambush sites or narrow passes where visibility is limited.
Copy that. I'll take it slow. If I see anything unusual, you'll be the first to know, assuming we don't lose signal.
Maintain your current pace, and the rover's antenna should keep communication stable for now. If we disconnect, log all observations.
Got it. Headed up the mountain. Let's see what this road's been hiding. Buddy, I'm at what looks like an old command tower, but the top's completely gone. Shred right off, like something hit it, or maybe it just gave up.
Understood. Any signs of hostile activity or recent disturbances?
Negative. It's quiet. Too quiet, actually. No tracks, no scavengers, nothing. Just a husk of their tower.
Proceed with caution. Even in the absence of movement, there may be lingering dangers, traps, or structural instability.
Noted. Don't worry, I'll tread lightly. Going to recon tower and see what I can dig up. I'll check back once I've got something.
Affirmative. I'll remain on standby.
Alright, so, yeah, looks like this definitely used to be some type of communication antenna. Definitely all battered up, but it does look like it has power. So maybe we can use this for something. We do have a couple of crates here. Some construction components. Let's see, what do we got here? Some cosmic coffee. A little bit more extra stuff couldn't hurt, especially if I need anything to build anything. Whoa, there's a hole here. So, looks like the door's shut. Hello? You in there? Let's go ahead and, grind this down. Oh, that wasn't that hard. So, we got a couple more stuff. Oh. Well. Yeah, he's dead. It looks like everything's offline. Buddy, I'm inside the tower. The door was sealed, so I had to cut my way in. No signs of hostiles, but I found a body. Looks like they've been here for a long time. No idea where or what happened to them, but they didn't leave. The strange thing is, there's still power. The main computer is online, but it's locked down tight. This might be our chance to learn more about what's been happening.
If we can establish a direct connection, I may be able to bypass the lock and access the system.
That's what I was thinking. If I wired an antenna to the console, can you handle the rest?
Affirmative. There may be useful components from the original antenna outside the tower. If not, additional materials may be required from the base.
Alright, I'll see what I can salvage. We go back this way and see what's in these crates. Computer. And we got a motor. I think I've checked these yet. Looks like there's a data pad. Oh, we got some weapons. So that's actually very helpful also. What's on this data pad?
Marcus, are you still there? Can you do one more thing? Can you disable the communications completely? You know, I think this will be the last time you get a message from me, so I'd like to thank you. One day the world will know what happened and thank us for our sacrifice. Thank you.
Hey buddy, quick update. I've gone through most of the tower. Found some interesting stuff, including a data pad in one of the cargo containers. Figured you'd want to know.
Go on.
It's a message from someone named Dr. Camilla Davenport, Chief Researcher. Apparently, she was trying to reach someone named Marcus. The gist of it, she asked him to completely disable communication, said it was probably the last message she'd send. She thanked him and mentioned something about the world knowing their sacrifice.
Disabling communications. That could explain the anomalies in the signal structure. This suggests that events leading up to the current state of the HQ were deliberate.
Yeah, whatever went down here, they knew it was bad enough to go dark. I'm guessing Marcus was the last one standing when the switch was flipped.
This information could be crucial. Document the data pad for later review. We need to focus on accessing the console for further insights.
Agreed. Let's see if this antenna trick works. So let's see if this antenna down here has anything in it I can scrap out of it. So I don't have any of the radio components. Well, it has some. It has 34 out of 40. So that's going to be a lot of what we're going to need there. Oh, of course it is. So let me grind down that antenna. What are these things? So these are laser antennas. So that doesn't have anything in it. That one doesn't have anything in it. That one's got some more radio components. So I think between the two antennas, we should have enough to build this antenna down here. So let me go ahead and build that, get it connected to the computer so we can see if Buddy can't hack into this thing for us. Okay, Buddy, I have the antenna set up.
Copy that. Connection established. Beginning data download and decryption.
Looks like you cracked it. What's next?
The system is responding, but the data is fragmented. This will take time to fully decrypt. I recommend continuing your mission to the HQ. Stay on task. I'll contact you immediately if I discover anything relevant.
Got it. I'll keep moving. Just keep me in the loop, especially if you dig up anything weird.
Understood. Proceed with caution. The terrain ahead may present challenges.
Challenges? On this planet? Nah, can't be.
Statistically improbable, but not impossible.
Alright, buddy. See you on the other side. Alright, let's head on up the mountain here. Very convenient that this road is here. Alright, this might look a little steep here. Buddy, just giving you an update. I'm heading up the mountain now. This section's been cut right into the rock. Steep, narrow. I'll take it slow. If I don't check in soon, assume I'm wrestling the Rover back onto the trail.
Understood. The terrain ahead may cause signal fluctuations. I recommend maintaining a steady pace to avoid instability.
Got it. Steady as she goes. I'll get back to you when I reach the top. Hopefully in one piece.
I'll be monitoring. Safe travels, Operator Harrison.
Alright, let's see if we can make it up this thing. We know our Rover here is a beast. It should have no problems coming up this thing. Just can't see too much in front of me. At least down low. I don't have good clearance looking low. Oh, this ain't no problem at all. Little bumps here and there. Buddy, I made it to the top. Looked like there's an old lookout tower here. It's seen its better days. Guns are offline, maybe destroyed. No sign of recent activity.
Copy that. Signal leaks. Save. Task.
Buddy, you still there? Guess it's just me for now. Alright, let's see what's left of this place. Bo's personal log, day 15. I've just lost contact with Buddy. Signal's completely dead. Hopefully I'll figure out a way to get it back up. But for now, it's just me. At the top of the mountain, I found an old lookout tower. It's sitting right on the cliff edge like a sentry that's been forgotten. The guns mounted on it are still there, but 2 out of the 3 are completely engulfed in flames. No melted barrels, no signs of impacts, just fire. The 3rd turret looked intact, but there's no power anywhere in the system. The entire tower is offline, and there's no sign of any hostiles. I took a minute to scan the area just to be sure I didn't miss anything. The view from up here is something else. but there's an unease to it. Something happened here. It feels like whatever caused this left in a hurry. I'm moving on. The only way forward is up the mountain. Hopefully I'll find a way to reinstore comms and get back in touch with Buddy. Until then, I'll stay sharp. Personal log, day 15 continued. Not far past tower, I've spotted a smoking wreckage, a fighter craft. The damage was brutal. It definitely had better days, but there was no signs of a pilot. I managed to salvage the ship's guns and some ammo, which will come in handy. Still, it felt strange to find it completely abandoned. The next wreck I found was a yellow mining ship, ripped apart and scattered across the landscape. Its cargo was only filled with stone. Nothing valuable. Again, no sign of a pilot or any survivors, just more questions. Further up, I've reached a building at the top of the ridge. It was in bad shape, no antennas or defenses, but the door was wide open. I stepped inside and immediately noticed two bodies on the floor, dressed in black suits. The weird part, they looked freshly dead but also seemed like they've been here for a long time. I searched them and found some weapons and ammos which I took. The place was filled with smoke and flames, and near the back I've noticed some damaged lockers. They look like they barely survived whatever happened here. I had to use materials from my cockpit to repair them, but it paid off. Inside I found another rifle, more ammo, and something labeled crew bot material. I have no idea what it's for, but Buddy can analyze it later. The biggest win? An elite grinder. That's going to make scavenging a lot easier. After one last look around, I headed back out. Just as I was about to continue, I found another wreck, a yellow Rover stuck in a ditch. The cabin was crushed and smoke pouring out of the chassis. No survivors here either. The cargo had ice and an H2O2 bottle. I salvaged what I could, but some of the ice was jammed too deep. This rover must have been part of some old operation, maybe used to haul ice from the lake down below. Further up the mountain, I came across another building. It's bigger than the last one, but this place looks even more beat up. There's an antenna mounted on top, though it doesn't look like it's been active for a long time. The walls are scorched, and sections of the exterior have been completely torn away. As I pull up to the front, I've noticed the door wide open. Not broken, just open. It's never a good sign. I'm stepping out to take a look. From here on, it's all eyes and instinct. Oh, we got some more of these bodies in here. Interesting. Looks like there's more to it that way. Door's locked or power's out. We have this weird device here. Definitely looks like this thing's been through its better times. See if these guys got anything. He's empty. Nope. Alright. Let's see if there's any other way to get into this place. And there seems to be a hole right here on what seems to be some type of bedding area. Got a computer here. Well, here's some batteries been shot up, but it looks like it might have some charge in it, so there might be a way to actually get this thing get powered back up, get these doors open. These might have some good scrap material in it if we need anything from it. Let's come check up here. Looks like we got some more crates. We'll look at that later. Not seeing much of anything else. Backroom offices. Well, this is not a good hole. Bathroom. Another computer up here. Let's see if I can't do something to get power turned on in this place, so maybe we can see what's going on. So I start working on the battery, trying to get it back online. Wires are a mess, fuses burnt out, but I'm making progress. Slowly but surely the hum starts to build. Then the lights flicker, first one, then the whole place lights up like a beacon. For a second, I thought I had it all under control, and that's when I hear it. Gunfire, shots echoing from the front entrance, chaos. Like that, everything goes sideways. Whoa, 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 what's that? There's gunfire going on. Where the heck did you come from? Some stuff on you. Okay. That was weird. Door still didn't open though. They come from there or something? Man, that's just weird. At least you broke this door down, we can get through here. Let me fix this floor here so we can walk through here a little bit better. I'm not seeing any... Is he hiding it? No, because I was right here. I didn't see anywhere else he could have gotten out by. So he's hiding up here somewhere? Thought I cleared all this out. I guess we got hostile robots in here. Guess he came up through this? No, because he was on the other side of that door. Well, I have no idea where he came from. Whoa! There's another robot! Looks like he came from there. Take your stuff though. Definitely looks like he came from this thing, whatever it is. Let me take it out. It's a spawner. There we go. Maybe that'll get rid of some of these surprises. Interesting. Let's see what else we got in this base here. Finish searching everything in here. Nothing in the couch. Lay in the bed here. Get my energy back up.
There's been too much chatter on encrypted channels, faint signals, missing patrols, and strange movements. I fear an organized rebellion is coming. I've sent my findings to command, but they think I'm paranoid. I'm taking precautions. If you're reading this, I've stored key data on the broadcast signals, HQ systems, and the power plant in a secure drive. You'll need the passcode to access the files. The files are embedded in the system's hidden directory. Don't let them go unnoticed. If this outpost falls, it'll be too late. Stay vigilant.
So while I was laying in bed, I found that data pad. So let's see if we can't get this stuff out of the computer. Maybe download it to the Rover and have Buddy check it out. Got into the system. The files are encrypted. Figures. But I've got everything downloaded straight to the Rover. If anyone can make sense of it, Buddy can. Transfer's done. Time to wrap things up. Double checking the base, making sure I've grabbed everything useful. Time to move. The mountain's not done with me yet. Files secured, base cleared, I'm back on the move. The sun's starting to dip behind the ridge, shadows are stretching longer, and it's getting darker fast. Nothing like driving up the mountain trail in the fading light with no comms. Let's hope the next stop has some answers, or at least some peace and quiet. Leaving the outpost behind, I made my way up the mountain trail. The sky's fading light painted the landscape in shadows, and the cold air had weight to it, like the world was holding its breath. Evidently, I've reached another watchtower. This one wasn't much better off than the last. The gun emplacement was nothing but a sparkling, twisted wreck, its barrel still glowing from whatever destroyed it. The spotlight above flickered weakly before giving up entirely. Whatever happened here, it was through. I climbed to the top to get a better view of the path ahead. That's when I spot them, two wrecks in the distance. Half buried in the ditch nearby, I saw what looked like a landing pad complex, and beyond that, something large. A factory? A power plant? I can't tell yet, but it's massive. Whatever it is, it's going to have some answers, or more questions. The wind howled around me as I stood there staring at the ruins below. I took a deep breath, reminding myself why I'm here. Time to move out. After wrapping things up at the tower, I drove towards the first wreck and spotted what looked like a crew transport. As I approached, I noticed a reactor leaking with a faint green glow of petroleum residue. Nothing to salvage and no fuel left in the reactor, though it would have been useful. I've checked every corner, but the wreck was strapped bare. Just another casualty of whatever happened here. The second wreck was a different story. As soon as I crested the hill, the sound of gunfire erupted. A turret locked onto me and started tearing into my Rover. The antenna was hit. I had to back down fast and flank on foot. I lined up my sights and took out the turret after a few shots. With it disabled, I moved in. The damage on this Rover was worse. Scarred and shattered, 2 bodies in black suits lay motionless nearby. I searched them. Nothing useful. Then I've noticed a cargo container built into the side of the Rover. After hacking it open, I hit this small jackpot. Spare parts and a new weapon. A Viper rifle. Sleek, powerful, and it came with plenty of ammo. I fixed up what I could on my Rover and moved closer to search the cockpit. More ammo for the Gatling gun, just enough to feel a little more secure. With everything loaded into the Rover, I continue down the trail. Eyes on the horizon. Whatever wrecked those vehicles, I'm getting closer to finding out. I headed towards the landing pad complex. The closer I drove, the more eerie everything felt. The silence and the antenna flickering in the cold air. When I arrived, the sight hit me. The buildings around the pad have been hit hard. I approached the structures carefully. First thing I noticed was another body slumped on top of one of the buildings. Only this one was wearing a suit in a different color. That stood out like a red flag in the middle of the chaos. I checked the first building. Inside were scattered lockers, a bed to the right, and in the back corner, a log terminal with a faint glow. I also found another weapon along with some ammunition and a drill tucked away nearby. The bed was empty, no signs of anyone recently using it. The second building wasn't any better. The main door was damaged and stuck halfway open. So I circled around to find another way in. Inside there was another bed, and that's when I've noticed something tucked into the bed frame, a data pad. I kept searching the room and found a cargo container in the corner. It had some random supplies, iron and gold ore, and another gun. After gathering what I could, I moved on. I then decided to read the data pad.
Things have been tense lately. The commander keeps insisting there's nothing to worry about, but I've seen the patterns in the chatter. Something's brewing, and it's not just paranoia. New orders arrived. Cut all comms due to suspicious activity. But something feels wrong. Why silence us now? That's why I've set up an emergency protocol. If you're reading this, things have taken a turn for the worst. To restore communications, 1. Go to the power plant's main console. 2. Enter the command. 3. Copy code. The system will reboot. Once diagnostics are clear, comms should be live again. Stay sharp. You're not alone out here. Good luck. Communications Officer Marcus Gray.
Hearing the comms officer's words confirmed what I've already been feeling. Things were unrevealing here long before the attack. I could tell they knew something was coming. I read the second log, the dock worker's personal entry.
Things are starting to feel off around here. We've just been told that all communications are being shut down due to routine maintenance. But I've been around long enough to know when someone's feeding me a line. There's tension in the air, like the calm before a storm. The rumors about the rebels getting closer haven't helped. I've seen more soldiers hanging around the station lately, fully armed, standing at key points, trying not to look out of place but failing miserably. And the cargo coming through? It's not the usual supplies. We're talking crates marked classified and military-grade materials. I saw a few things on the manifest that didn't make sense for routine shipments. They've got us working overtime, double shifts back to back, and nobody's saying why. Management is on edge, and it's trickling down to the rest of us. I'm exhausted, but I can't say no. This job has been a lifeline for me and my family. The pay keeps food on the table and the lights on back home. But things are changing. I'm starting to wonder if it's worth it. Part of me thinks I should pack up and look for something closer to home, someplace safer. But I'd be leaving my friends behind, and for all the frustration, this place has been good to me. Still, I can't shake the feeling that something big is about to happen. I hope I'm wrong.
It made it all feel more real. These weren't soldiers, they were people caught in the middle, working long hours sending supplies, just trying to get by. I decided to search the rest of the landing pad before heading towards the structure at the top of the hill, the one that looks like a power plant. Maybe that's where I can find out what's happened, or at the very least get some comms working. The pad itself was quiet. There was a small bar or kitchen area, but it was completely stripped. Empty shelves and dust-covered counters. In another corner, I found what might have been an office, but it was also empty. Nothing left but broken terminals and scattered debris. Up on the top deck, I found a few cargo containers, a bit of scrap, some ores, nothing too exciting. Still, the quiet was unnerving. I've got a long hike ahead, and the path only seems to get darker. As I approached the power plant, the scale of destruction became clear. There were more of those black-suited bodies scattered across the site. I checked a few cargo containers, but they were completely empty. However, the bodies themselves still had weapons and ammo, which I collected casually. The constant hum of the machinery filled the air, making it clear the facility was still running despite the carnage. After confirming the area was safe, I made my way through the structure, searching for the main control room. Once I found the command desk, I sat down and began typing in the codes and passwords from the datapad. For a moment, I thought I had hit a dead end. Then, all of a sudden, Buddy's voice crackled over the comms.
Bo, I'm back.
I let out a breath of relief as I heard him come through. We had re-established contact.
I've re-established comms, at least for now. Great work getting the system online.
Good to hear you, Buddy. What have you found out?
I've been decrypting some of the files we downloaded earlier. There's more going on here than we thought. I found logs detailing some strange robotic activity. Seems like the spawners were set up in response to something.
Spawners? Like robot factories?
Exactly. They're designed to spawn automated units when certain power grids are restored. However, I found something promising: instructions to fully re-enable power to the entire sector. It should help boost the comms too.
Alright, what's the plan?
Head to the first control panel near the front. There should be 3 main switches, labeled Grid Sync, Thermal Output, and Grid Override. You'll need to flip them in sequence. Great! Now head to the second panel at the back right side of the plant. This one controls the uplink stabilizers. Flip the Stabilizer Sync and Auxiliary Booster switches.